Hello, all of you beautiful planty people, and how are you doing today? I hope you are fabulous. I am doing fabulous. It is like, today it's cooled down, so it's kind of like that really crisp fall sweater weather, and I'm like here for it. Just a little excited. Sorry. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello, my name is Nikki. It is amazing to have you here. And for those of you who are gluttons for punishment that just keep coming back for more, thank you so much for doing so. It is amazing to see you as always. So today I'm doing a video that has been requested of me numerous times, and I just haven't gotten my crap together in order to do it. So I think today I finally have my crap together. So I'm going to go ahead today and share with you all of my experiences with cloning paste. Does it work? Does it not work? Who knows? You're gonna have to stick around and find out, I guess. So stick around and find out. Okay, so the first thing you might be wondering is, what the heck are you talking about, Nikki? Cloning paste? So there is this magical little paste that you can actually put on your plants, some of them, not all of them, to help initiate the creation of a clone or additional new growth on that plant. So this paste is amazing, and how it actually works. This is not, I don't want to get this confused for root hormone or anything like that. They are entirely separate. This stuff will not initiate root growth. Just so we have that out of the way. You need a rooting hormone for that. It's a totally different chemical. So this stuff actually has this chemical called, I'm gonna screw it up, cytokinin? I'll put it at the bottom of the screen because I might have butchered that. Anyways, so what this chemical actually does is it encourages cell division. So when you divide a cell into two, it creates two of the same cells, in essence duplicating it and creating a clone of the original cell. So that's about as sciencey as we're gonna get today. Basically, that's all you need to know. If you want a big scientific explanation, I am sure there are fabulous videos on the internet that can do that for you. This gal is just not, that's just not this gal. So today I'm just basically gonna explain to you my experiences with it, what I've used it on, if it's worked, what it's worked on, what it hasn't worked on, and just my general experiences about cloning paste. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is explain to you how I started with this, where I put it on my plant. So let's just start from the beginning. Okay, so first we're going to start with the cloning paste that I use. So this is the stuff I use. A lot of people use the cakey paste, crazy cakey paste or something like that. I haven't used that one in particular. I picked this one up off of Amazon. I will link that in the description below. Yeah, so this is the one I use. Let me show you how it comes. So it comes in this tiny little container. Now, like I said, I have had this for at least 6 months. I've used it on a lot of plants, and a little goes a very long way, and I will show you how to apply it. You just need a very, very thin coat on the Bergen, I think it's called a Bergen, I don't know, the inactive growth point, we'll call it that because it's easier. Just a very, very thin layer on top of it. You don't need a lot, so this goes a long way. And then I just apply it with one of my kids' old paint brushes, and it works perfectly. So first of all, I want to show you where you're supposed to apply this stuff. Hold on. Okay, so I have my little Aglaonema here because I think that's probably the easiest to show you. The plants that have had the most successful growth are kind of buried, but I will try to get some footage of that and insert it at some point or multiple points along this video. So let me find a spot. Okay, so at each node, so that's this part here. Hold on, that's this part here. There's going to be a tiny little lump right above the node. So if I can find this one, I'm really hoping that you can see this. If it doesn't show up while I'm filming, I will insert actual footage in the editing. It's really hard to hold this and do it. I need like an assistant. Children? What side is it on? Okay. If you can see that, there's a tiny little bump. I'm really hoping that's showing up. If it's not, I'll fix it. In any case, that is the inactivated growth point. So that is where the new growth will come from once you activate or awaken its cells. So basically what you're gonna do, I'm just gonna insert footage here because I can't do this and hold the plant because, like a really intelligent person, I decided to stand up doing this video for a change. Probably not my best idea. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to go ahead and dip it into your paste. Like I said, you don't need a whole ton. And then you're just going to carefully put a thin layer over top of that, that growth point, or that little bump. We'll call it a little bump. Some people call it a bud. Some people call it a node. Really, it's just an inactive growth point. So anyway, you're just gonna go ahead and paint a little bit of paste on there and walk away. Honestly, it's so easy to do. Now, I will say that this doesn't work with all plants. It works much better on others than it does on some, and I'm gonna show you some examples of that. The first one that I tried it on is this. So this is my Aglaonema pictum tricolor. This plant, I tell you. Okay, so when I got this plant, it had, I think, 3 leaves on it. It's not the same leaves as currently has on it. I think the leaves started about down here. And it's just been like one thing after another with this plant. But there were all these little inactivated nodes or burgeons, buds, whatever you want to call them, all the way up here. And I was like, I'm gonna try that cloning paste. So I did, and I'll insert some footage. I think I saved some of them in my Instagram about when I put it on and then kind of the growth as they went along. So they did kind of sort of try to come out here. You can see there, they tried. And up here as well. But like, that's it. Now, this is the thing where experimenting really comes in handy, because on some of my plants, it worked so well. And that's the reason why I'm even doing this video, because if it didn't work, I'd be like, don't even bother, just move along with your life. But that's the great thing about experimenting is you don't know unless you try, right? So on this, if you have an Aglaonema pictum tricolor, I would probably just go, nah, I'm good. Because it didn't really work. It tried to work, but in the end, it just kind of gave up. So that is the first plant that I tried it on. Let me show you the second. Okay, so I also used this on my varicosum. The varicosum has been a little slow. Now, if you're expecting like instant results from this, like if you're expecting to put it on and within a couple days to a week, even a month, have like all this new growth, doesn't quite happen that quickly. It does happen over time, so you really do need to be patient. Like I said, some plants respond really well to it and others don't. Others respond more slowly to it. So, but you know what, like there's so much and that stuff goes so far that you can really just experiment, like throw it on a whole bunch of plants and just see how it goes. It's not gonna hurt anything. What I will say is I think that with my tricolor, if I had to just put it on one at a time, I think it may have worked better, but I think I got a little greedy. I put it on like every single one of those little, I'm gonna call them nodes. And it it just didn't work. So I think the plant just tried to put too much energy into creating them all at the same time and just burnt itself out, because after that I didn't even get new leaves forever. Like that leaf that you see that's coming in right now is like the first new leaf I've had on it in a long time. So I can't with 100% certainty say that that's what caused it, but why take a risk? So I would just do one little node at a time. The plant can focus more energy into creating that new growth point when it doesn't have multiple growth points to concentrate on, if that makes any sense. So on my varicosum, I will insert some footage here. It did start growing some new growth points. That has been going well. It's a little slower. I have used it on my Philodendron mammae. That has gone well. Again, the growth points are coming, but they're much more slow. However, there was one plant that I used it on that was just like blowing my mind, and still is, and that is my Philodendron varicosum melanochrysum cross. This thing was so crazy. It split off and created this whole new, so that your stem comes up like this, right? And then I put the paste here. It created a whole separate stem and then like a whole separate plant right off of that. So really I had like two, so it looked ridiculous. It looked like a tree. It was like stem. Anyway, so eventually I just cut that one side off because it was starting to get a little bit top heavy and it looked kind of weird with like single leaves on the bottom and then like a whole whack of double leaves on the top. So if you have one of those plants, I definitely recommend trying that. I currently am doing some other experiments with some Monstera, with my Glorious. What else do I have it on right now? Oh, my Syngonium chiapense. I have put it on my Monsteras in the past. I'm going to try again though, and I didn't have a whole lot of luck with that, so I don't know. You really just have to try. I encourage you to get it. It's not expensive. I think it was like around $20-ish. And like I said, it'll last you like a year. You don't need a lot, just a thin coat. There is instructions on the packet. And also I showed you like how to put that on. You don't need a lot at all. So that little vial will last you like a long time. And I have a big collection. I've tried it on a lot of different plants. Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else that I want to mention, other than this is just another one of those plant experiment situations. And you guys know that I love experimenting with plants. I like experimenting with propagation and anything that I can experiment with, really. And in my opinion, I think this is definitely worth trying. But like I said, if you're gonna do it, I would just put it on one at a time. Don't do what I did and get greedy, because I think that's just probably gonna slow the whole plant down rather than speed it up, if you know what I mean. In any case, if you have any questions, by all means, please go ahead and throw them down in the comments of this video. I am sure there are things that I forgot. I am going to try to keep my Instagram page updated. I do have a little bubble that's like experiments or something where I try to insert like updates on different experiments and stuff that I'm doing in there. It's not like very full right now, but now that I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna try to make sure to keep that updated. So if that's something that you'd like to follow along with, then here is my Instagram account. I would love to have you over there. We have all kinds of fun. I just ramble and show you all kinds of, you know, plant updates and all that fun stuff. Like rambling, because that's what I do. Okay. So if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video and you enjoy my personality, I know it's kind of quirky and chatty, but you know what? I am what I am. I can't change me, nor would I want to. Then please consider subscribing. It would be a massive help to me. I would really appreciate it. We are coming up on 5K and I'm so excited. I'm trying to work up a cool 5K video, and I would also like to do a giveaway. So if you can help get me there, I would be so appreciative. Also, feel free to throw any comments, not just questions, down in the comments. I love talking to you guys, and so far I've been able to keep up with my comment section, although it is getting a little bit more time consuming. It's taking me a little bit longer to get back to you guys, but so far I've been able to manage to do that. So anyway, shut up, Nikki. Okay, I would like all of you to have a great day, night, week, month, and year. I love you all to bitty bits, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!